I want to actually submit this a perfect understanding of the French journal to anyone who's been actually working in the industry of a French and English, because I'm not really lesser than those folks. I will definitely have a Le Monde type of real journal to demonstrate the perfect understanding of mine. I was never been late. I was not at all late. Yeah. I've already actually done that. So let me actually have a rule, so I don't really need to think about it. It's very obvious. It's really easy. I'm actually far better than those people. Let's try to actually read what happened. The United States, at least two white guys are in custody in Georgia after a murder of a black jogger. The dissemination of the video on Tuesday with the dramatic content had truly provoked a deep emotion over the Atlantic. Technically, the other side of Atlantic is much better. Two white men accused of having killed and murdered a black jogger in one's age 25 at the end of February in the American state of Georgia have been arrested. The police have announced it on Thursday, May 7th, after a deep emotion suscitated in the United States by the graphic video. The calls for responsibilities coming from politicians and stars and communal members throughout the nations definitely were multiplied in the past days to hold the culprit accountable for the death. And a video of 28 seconds diffused on Tuesday by an attorney of the family of a jogger, Ahmaud Armari, is seen on February 23rd on his way to go on jogging while he was running a long route from Brunswick in Georgia. While he faces a white pickup truck in which there was a man who pulls off a shot, and he is stopped by the second man who grips him on the spot. Then there comes a sound of a shot once and twice. French TV outside the country. We can offer you a free trial with the guaranteed satisfaction, or we can reimburse the French TV experience with no conditions. Open up. You can watch the entirety of French TV outside the France. The two white people have been identified by the police precinct as Travis McMichael, 34-year-old, and his father, Gregory McMichael, 64-year-old. Those residents in the Cartier City from the ancient Southern Historic Segregation Society. My thoughts strongly go out to people close to this young man and his parents, obviously. It is a very sad issue. President Donald Trump has declared this on Thursday while expounding on details that he had never seen the video. However, he would be informed of the very detailed fashion of the brutal, senseless murder that had taken place in the evening. According to the police investigation, which eventually has been delivered to the police testimony, press release, tell the truth. According to the police press release, Gregory Michael assures to have thought that Ahmaud Arbery was a thief on his way to rob them in front of his house by trespassing on his territory. He says that he was grasped by his revolver, and it was his son who pulls off the trigger because he was already threatened by the menacing pose of the Joker. So two parties were somehow entangled right before the shooting. So 2 shots were fired. He says that he had seen his son pulling off 2 shots, and that Ahmaud Arbery eventually loses consciousness to fall on the ground. That's what has been stated in the present tense. Because he says that he had witnessed his son pull the triggers twice, and he says he had seen Ahmaud fall down on the floor. After the video had gone viral, Georgia's prosecutor already has declared Tuesday that a grand jury may come to decide if there was a material engaged with the following investigative efforts against these 2 people. However, numbers of stars and politicians have made their own participation in venting out of fury and indignation, and they have already called out for inculpation immediate by punishing these 2 suspects. Ahmaud Arbery has been assassinated by 2 white men in front of a camera, and these 2 assholes have not been arrested. This has been posted by the very fumigating actress Zoe Kravitz using one's own Instagram, which has been linked and relayed by a number of influencers and celebrities like Billie Eilish and Kylie Jenner. This video is clear. Ahmaud Arbery has been killed in a cold-blooded way. In cold blood. I'm with all my heart to support his family, who definitely deserves justice and who deserves the best for now. Definitely Joe Biden has shared the spirit using his Twitter. The probable candidate from the Democratic Party to become president in November. The likely candidate, the favorite horse in the presidential election from the Democratic Party. Dieses Video ist ganz klar. Ahmaud Arbery war getötet in kalter Blut und mein Herz. Wirklich Get out